Welcome to TwoQuestions.tv. I'm your host, Susan Baroncini-Moe. My guest today is Michelle Warnky. She's an American Ninja Warrior. She has participated in the Spartan Challenge. She's the owner of the Movement Lab in Ohio, and she's here today. Michelle, welcome, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Good to have you. Good to be here.
It's good to have you too. I'm so happy to have you.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, you're just a tremendous athlete, and I've seen your Warnky Challenge Wednesday videos on Instagram, but Michelle, I can't even do one pull-up. So
That's all right.
You know, I think I told you in email, my hip surgeon says I was made to be an athlete, but I don't have the heart to tell him, no, doc, you're wrong.
Which is funny because usually it's the other way around. Usually it's the doctor like, whoa, slow down, and the other person like, let's go.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you know, I told him when he told me that, I was like, well, then I guess I'm going to have to do American Ninja Warrior. And then I was like, oh no, I said that. And you know, no, I'm not going to do that. But right. I need to start exercising, and we're going to talk about that today. So Michelle, you're the owner of this gym, Movement Lab in Ohio. Was that always your dream? And what's been the biggest surprise about business ownership?
No, I actually had no desire to have a gym, and I actually kind of fought it for a while because I knew it's a lot of work, and I knew it would take away from my own training. And so, no, it was definitely, I had friends starting to run gyms, and I was like, no, I definitely don't want to do that. But it's one of those things where it's super challenging, and it takes a ton of time and effort, but it's also really rewarding just to see so many people grow in abilities and just be really thankful for it to be here. That, I think, for me, whenever anyone's like, you know, thank you so much for providing this gym to Columbus, that is what makes it all worth it to me, because it's all about serving other people. And so that ultimately is the goal. Yes, I would, you know, love more time on my own training, but it's more important to serve others. And so I'm excited to do that.
I think it's funny because what's happening right now is a perfect moment for entrepreneurs to see, because I think people go, oh, Michelle, she's got her gym. She probably works out all the time. But people who are watching this, look at where Michelle is right now. She's in her office. Look at all that paperwork.
Yep, look at all that. Yep.
There's all this stuff. It's not the gym. She's in the office.
Yep, that's where I am most of the time. Exactly. Everyone's always like, oh, you must work out so much. How many hours a day? I'm like, I sit at a desk most of the time.
Now, I will have you know, as I tell a few of my guests, right now I am on my treadmill desk. I'm not walking. I stand on it, but it's better to stand up for me to do these interviews. But I'm not supposed to walk on it anymore because the hip surgeon didn't like that. So,
right.
But I do have a bike desk, so I'm supposed to be using that. But okay,
that's
so
really cool.
That does bring us to an important point here, though. Okay, so many people are motivated by shows like American Ninja Warrior and Spartan Challenge. They're inspired by the camaraderie and the sheer superpower athletics that you guys do. The research shows that exercise is hugely important for mental health, and for business owners and entrepreneurs, we need the energy. So how do you get someone who isn't an athlete, I don't know, somebody like me, and who's never really been an athlete, how do you get that person to start getting more fit and getting more active so they can have those benefits?
Right, yeah. There's a lot of different ways to go about it, but a big thing is just taking that first step. I think intimidation can be a factor of just whether it's, you know, getting the ball rolling, or whether it's time, whether it's family, priorities, just the extra effort. It can be hard to just get everything started. Mm-hmm. So a big thing, I feel like Ninja helps encourage people to just get started. It gives them that excitement of, oh, I'm curious. But it can also be intimidating. So like we started something called Ninja Light. And so it's a class focused on beginners. Oh. And so we're working to grow that more, and then also just have progressions so that anyone who comes to a class, no matter what their ability level, they're able to do, you know, something in the gym, whether it's, you know, hanging on something, but you still have your feet on the ground, or whether it's totally hanging on, you know. And like, honestly, I do that sometimes. If I'm tired at the end of the day, instead of doing pull-ups in the evening, I'll just like let my feet drag on the ground and do more pull-ups. But with my feet on the ground, just because it's like I'm too tired to want to lift my legs. And so whatever it is, just taking those little steps to get someone going.
Okay, I can do a pull-up, but it's more like a squat because I'm standing on something. So it's really a squat.
Which is great. Hey, that is awesome. And that's celebrating those little things, I think, is a big part of it.
Yeah, getting the first. I think the other thing is that the ninja stuff looks like so much fun, and so I always think, man, I would do that if I was a little stronger. I might, maybe I need to lift some weights or something so I can go fly around a little and have some fun,
Right.
But I think it's making it fun and looking for the things that are enjoyable that you want to do, maybe.
Right. And I think it's also the community is just really encouraging. The goal is for us to take down the mountain. So even if you fall, you have all your friends that you want them to do well too. And so I think that ninja spirit, which, I mean, there's the same spirit in many sports. I know running and climbing also have that similar thought of like, you want to see people do well. Yeah, you want to do well too. So I think that's also super helpful as people are starting out and as they're, high level. It helps all of us to help go through those disappointments and also to push to that next level.
That is, I've been doing this too much lately, but can I ask you a bonus question?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not supposed to do that. I cannot change it to 3 questions. Everything's branded around 2. But I do, I do think that that the Ninja Warriors have such an interesting experience that you get one shot at that course. And when you come off the course, there's always a moment when you see, and you kind of, but most of the people kind of rally quickly. And that's also an important issue for business owners, I think, is because so many business owners experience failure and challenges and our own obstacles. How do you kind of break through that?
Right. Which one thing to be said is it is a TV show. So like people generally are going to look better on the interview than they will when they're by themselves processing through everything. Because I mean, there's plenty of times where someone's crying and then, it's time for your interview and like wash the face or whatever. Mm-hmm. Or the TV really wants to see them crying, so they'll show that. So like, no matter how anyone looks after they fall, everyone's disappointed, whether they show it or not. It's TV, so who knows if, depends on how good they are at hiding their emotions. Mm-hmm. But for ninjas, it's really hard. And I mean, you have nightmares, you relive that moment over and over again. But a huge part of ninja is going through that disappointment, learning from it. You do learn more when you fail usually. And so, okay, what can I do better next time? What do I need to work on? What are my weaknesses? I have so many palm towels in my house. It's insane. So, I mean, I know some people are like, I just want a palm towel. I'm like, I don't. No. I have like 12 of them. I have them before they were palm towels, before they were sponsored. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of it is just learning to go through disappointment, learning that it's okay to fall. It stinks. It's not fun. But we all have done it. Every single ninja has. And same with business. Like every person has made mistakes. And that's one thing, even when you're thinking about your staff, thinking about hiring people or raising people to managers, it can be easy to be like, well, they almost fit, but this doesn't quite work. And it's like, well, I'm not perfect either. Like there's mistakes I make running the gym. And so I can't expect my employees to have perfection either. And so giving them grace in that. So allowing other people to fail, allowing yourself to fail, moving on from that and learning from it.
That's amazing. I love it. I'm glad I asked the bonus question. Hey, Michelle, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm only allowed 2 and a bonus question.
Right.
But I so appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And from our emails, I think we're going to try and do a crossover-ish episode of Susan B TV where I'm going to try to come out to Ohio and hang on something. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
Yeah, everybody's going to be holding me up so I can reach something. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. But we will inspire.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much. It's been great.
Thank you. Yeah, you too.
All right, viewers, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.